Hello everyone, it is Mark Berman from TVMI. It is Thursday, November 12th, and I would like to welcome you back to our daily videocast. And I will begin today with news on what will be airing out of Super Bowl 50 on CBS on February 7th. It will be a live telecast of The Late Show with Stephen Colbert from the Ed Sullivan Theater in New York City. And then after that show comes to local news, then we will have an edition of The Late Late Show with James Corden. This is the first time a late night talk show has aired after the Super Bowl. Last year, NBC aired the Super Bowl, and The Blacklist was the post-Super Bowl show. The year before that, the Super Bowl was on Fox, and they aired New Girl. So this is interesting, doing a talk show. I'm not necessarily sure if this is such a great idea. I would prefer to see entertainment programming, but here's the bottom line. Just because you air after the Super Bowl does not suddenly mean you're going to be a massive hit show. You get a lot of sampling, of course, then you go back to your regular time period and it's back to business. But CBS has decided to put Stephen Colbert after the Super Bowl. They want to give it more exposure. Bob Newhart, the beloved Bob Newhart, who was an Emmy Award winner now for his guest stint on The Big Bang Theory, is actually coming back to the sitcom in his fourth guest role. Now, his character of Sheldon's hero, Arthur Jeffries, was actually killed off. I don't know why CBS did that. Well, however, that character with Bob Newhart is coming back in a dream that Sheldon is going to have, which will air on December 17th. Considering I am such a huge fan of Bob Newhart, who I had the honor of meeting a few years ago, I am absolutely tuning in. I actually, by the way, speaking of The Big Bang Theory, let me mention this. I never think it's a good idea when two characters get married and one of the characters is still living with his roommate. That to me is classic jump the shark. But last week we really got a true vision on the character of Sheldon Cooper. Heading over to cable, MTV has ordered Are You the One for a fourth season. A&E will be introducing a new docuseries called Born This Way. It will focus on a group of adults with Down syndrome, and that will debut officially on Tuesday, December 8th at 10 p.m. The Republican debate on Tuesday led the cable network rankings. As expected, it aired on the Fox Broadcast Network. It brought in 13.45 million viewers. This was not a record, but it certainly was not shabby either. Coming up on the air tonight, we have the debut of a sitcom I have really tried to enjoy. I just can't get into it. It's Two Broke Girls on CBS, and that is going to air out of Mom. So CBS's official Thursday night lineup now is The Big Bang Theory, Life in Pieces, Mom, Two Broke Girls, and Elementary. As for Life in Pieces, I know CBS picked it up for the full season. I just don't think this show has any legs, and I think the network is wasting their time. Coming up also on the air tonight, we have the season finale of Fashionably Late with Rachel Zoe on Lifetime at 11 p.m. Now, as a fan of Survivor, which I watched last night, of course, I want to talk about it briefly. If you didn't see it and you don't want to know what happened, walk away for about a minute. But here's the bottom line. I've seen every episode. I watch it religiously. It's my favorite show. And something happened last night, which to me is one of the dumbest moves in the history of Survivor. The bottom line was there was 12 people that are left. 9 of those people voted for Kelly Wentworth. They didn't want her there. They didn't want Sierra, Kelly, or Abby Maria. They decided to go after Wentworth. Well, Wentworth had an idol. They didn't know that. So what they should have done is split the votes, maybe do 5 for Kelly and 4 for Sierra, and Sierra would have gone home. However, everybody voted for Kelly. I think this is a major blunder. These people have played Survivor before. I don't know what they were thinking. And ultimately, one of my favorites, Savage, went home. So that's what happened on Survivor last night. Really, really bad move. Today in TV history, let's go back to 1991. We had the birth of little Nikki and Alex on Full House. The parents, of course, were Jesse and Rebecca, which means that Nikki and Alex at present would be 24 years old. Now, here's what confuses me. This upcoming revival of Full House on Netflix called Fuller House, the characters of Nikki and Alex have not been mentioned. Logically, if I was doing a spinoff, I would have focused on those two. Two really good-looking guys, 24 years old, living in New York City, wherever they are, and that could have been, the focus of Fuller House, or at least they could have had them on, but there's no mention of these two, so we'll see what happens. Fuller House, of course, will air on Netflix in 2016. All 13 initial episodes will be available for streaming on an undisclosed date. And that is our daily videocast from TVMI on this 12th day of November. I thank you for joining me. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you back at the next video cast. Take care.